Street Talking Other Stuff, Mike Mad Dog Magnetti. Thanks for tuning in on this fine day in September. You know, one of the great things about living in Wenatchee is that when I was back in New Jersey, September is when things started getting cold. Well, this isn't the case here. I know it's cooler, but the weather is really nice in September here, and I think it's great. And let's cross our fingers and hope we don't have snow until November. Now, I know you might like snow more than I do. I don't, but whatever. Hey, but I appreciate you tuning in today. I have got a really good show. I've been looking forward to this one for a while. We've got a lot of good stuff going on in this community, and my guest today is going to be able to tell us about some of that. So, hey, Street Talking Other Stuff, you stick around. We will be right back.
Handoff to Zielinski around the right side. Got away from one man, got away from two. Squirts between
High school sports is back this fall on the NCWLIFE channel. Watch Eastmont, Wenatchee, and Cashmere games right here. Coverage is brought to you in part by our platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, and Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Watch high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
Is your yard outdated, overgrown, or just not working for your lifestyle? At Bailey's Pro Landscaping, they specialize in transforming ordinary outdoor spaces into beautiful, low-maintenance landscapes built for Central Washington living. From custom designs to full installation, they bring expertise, creativity, and craftsmanship to every job. Your yard has potential. Start your project with Bailey's Pro Landscaping.
After I got my new heat pump, my neighbor Greg was all like, I wish I could have one of those, but I don't have any ducts. So I just figured we'd share mine.
What is that?
Oh, hey neighbor.
It's like we're office buddies.
Chelam PUD rebates make upgrading to a ductless heat pump affordable. That way your neighbor can stay...
Hello?
Well, your neighbor.
Okay, we are off and running, and I am very happy to say Alex Haley is here. Alex and I have been pals. We've been theater buddies together. There's other connections that we don't want to say. But no, Alex, okay. The Numerical Performing Arts Center is our gem of a live performance venue in our community. It's great. Now, as much as I love the Riverside Playhouse.
Right, we all do.
And that is my happy place.
Yes.
I have to admit, though, that the Performing Arts Center is almost as good.
What a treat. We get to have both.
Yeah, no,
That's
exactly
great.
right. But it's a great place, and now we have had some excellent people there who have been the executive director. And Alex, you have been, he got promoted. Now, you actually have been there for quite some time. So I'll shut up. So tell us.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Okay, so just start a little bit about yourself, okay? You're a Wenatchee boy.
Yeah, I went to school here, went to Eastmont High School, graduated in 2006. Went to school up at Western, came back home to have one more summer in Wenatchee, because summers here are the best, not thinking I was going to stay here. And then.
So you went to Bellingham.
I went to Bellingham.
Okay, so you know what rain is like.
I know, I know what it's like to have only rain for 9 months. And I'd come back in the summer, so I never even got the good weather up in Bellingham when it's nice. But came back, and then, you know, one thing just kind of presented itself, and I started doing stand-up comedy when I was in college.
Really?
And when I came back
Are you any good?
I can't decide that.
That's, you are pretty good. You are pretty
that's
good.
for other people to decide. If I said I was good, then that means I'm bad. So you let other people decide that. But when I first came back, there wasn't really many opportunities to perform.
Yeah.
And no one was going to book me, so I had the idea that, well, if I book the shows myself, I can just put myself in the show. And so I kind of found a loophole.
Self-promotion, I am all for it. Yes, yes.
So I kind of found this loophole, and that's how I got started booking shows. I didn't know how to do it, but I guess I figured it out. I was young enough to not know, and so I started booking
young enough
shows.
Not to know that you were making mistakes, but you were succeeding anyway. Right.
Young enough to know that I don't know anything, and that's okay. So started doing some shows locally, and then wanted to do something a little bit bigger. I'd been hired at the PAC back in the day as the food and beverage manager, so I was working there.
How many years have you been there? You've been there quite some time.
I've been there 7 years as of June in my current and previous role as program director, and I worked there for a year back in 2012 as their food and beverage manager, and so that's where I got to, I knew Matt Cabin, but that's when I got to work with Matt Cabin. He got hired while I was there.
Matt Cabin, great guy.
Great guy.
Yeah, set a real good tone
set the bar high, and so I kind of approached that. So I knew the staff, and I'd been working there, and I wanted to do something a little bit bigger.
Sure.
And so we did. I did a comedy festival, and again, back to being too young to know the difference. I thought, of course, we're going to have thousands of people are going to come down. They want to watch comedy all day long.
Yeah.
And we had about 200 people show up. And,
was this like the Black Box comedy series?
I guess what eventually turned into the Black Box series.
And explain to people what that is, by the way. Okay, because you use the theater in very creative ways. But
yes, we stretch it as much as we can. We used to, when we had a courtyard, we could do outside shows. We've done shows in our back alley, but we do a series called Black Box, which a lot of theaters have a Black Box theater, where it's essentially just a rehearsal space or an empty space that you can morph into different setups, and that originally started with Hot August Nights back in the day.
It's where you set up the performance and the audience on the stage itself.
Yeah, so we take everybody, put them on the stage. It limits the capacity to about 200 people, and then you could do different style of stages that you wouldn't do in our classic proscenium stage.
Yeah, but it's great because it puts when you're a performer, it puts the audience right in your lap.
Yeah.
I mean, and they can see every nuance of verbal expression, facial expression. It's just, we did a show in high school where we did that. The director said, wow, this is so necessary that we actually built, like you kind of do, on our stage at the high school. But that's doing the way you do it on the stage for the Black Box comedy stuff and for Hot August Nights is great. I told you I was going to shut up, didn't I?
No, I didn't believe it. Yeah. It's easier
sorry.
for you to
Alex, tell us more.
It's great. So it's turned into this great tradition, this great series. We've done over 10 years of Hot August Nights. The idea, I did this comedy festival, and about 200 people showed up, and I was sitting at one of the Hot August Nights shows and thought this would be perfect for comedy shows. So it turned into what we called at the time Cold Winter Nights, which I described as lovingly lifted from Hot August Nights. So we did a 3-part series in the wintertime, and that was kind of a trial run working with the PAC. And then that time, Matt Cabin was looking to shift his role into more of a fundraising side and wanted to bring somebody on to do more of the programming side. So that was my first introduction, and I got hired in June of 2018 and started as the program manager. And then over the years, we've had a pandemic that closed us down for a year.
Remember that? That was, a tough time.
Yep, and we came back, and so it's kind of, roles have kind of shifted and evolved over the years, and I started doing some of the marketing when we came back. So the role shifted to programming and marketing, and as you know, there's been some turnover over the last few years at the executive director position, and so over the years, was able to learn more and more of how the whole operation runs.
Okay.
And then this time around, the board decided they wanted an internal candidate, and so the timing worked out. And
you just happened to be there.
I just happened to be there for 7 years, waiting in the wings, as they say.
Now,
so
was this, was this a job you were hoping you'd get, or were you kind of surprised, or did you know you were in the running?
I was surprised.
Really? Okay. And how did it?
Because but I've been doing a lot of.
Did it make you go, oh my God, what do I do now?
Well, that's where I'm at now. So now I need some of that youthful don't know what I don't know magic right about now. But I've been getting to know the organization and how everything runs, and we have such a small, tight staff that runs that place, as you know. And
they're great people.
Great staff. I've been
Zach,
there.
Mike, Kylie, wonderful. Kylie's going to be on in a couple of weeks.
Great.
So I love that gal.
Yes,
I love Mike, love Zach too. I mean, it's great. It's cool. I feel like I'm seeing family when I go down there.
Absolutely,
saying
that's
hi
the
to
goal.
everybody. Yeah, I really do. Really do.
So we've got, we have this staff. I've been there 7 years, and I'm the least tenured of that staff.
Really?
So the staff is really operates at such a high level, but we are it's a small team for the size of theater that we run and the amount of shows that we do.
Sure.
And so over the years, we just got efficient, and each time there was some turnover, everyone kind of picks up some of the slack and has become a well-oiled machine. So the timing just, I think, seemed right for them, and we talked about it and talked about what where we wanted to go with this thing, and it's such a great asset to our community. And I'm excited to see what we can do. I think we've had a lot of great success. We've had some ups and downs. The pandemic, that was a rough time, but then we came back, and I think we've been stronger than ever once we came back.
No, I remember, I think kind of while the pandemic was still going on, kind of at the tail end, I had Jamie Donegan on, and we were talking about
I've never heard of him. Is that a...
Jamie, he's never heard of you. Well, some guy.
The guy owes me $20.
I needed a guest, and nobody showed us. I went off the street, I pulled some guy in. But he said that the challenge was now to make people feel comfortable again coming back into this type of thing. And I think, it was something
that was
music
the first show we did back was with Jamie Donegan show.
Really?
We did Hot Ice Nights Stripped Down, where we didn't have the time to do a full production that year because we opened in August, so we started coming back in August, and so we had this idea with Jamie and I to do this version of it and do kind of a review of the past.
Was that
few
the
shows.
one that was out in the alley?
Yeah.
And where they didn't invite you and I to do our song from
I don't.
From Hands on a Hard Body? You know what it was? They said, look, we don't want the other performers to feel bad.
Yeah, where would we go from there?
That's why I love this guy. He's as full of crap as I am. So.
Exactly. That's why we were great in Hands on Hard Body.
Yeah.
We played good, sleazy car salesmen. Oh, that was a good run of sleazy characters with Jamie Donegan.
It was funny in that show is that dance we had to do. I hadn't had my second hip surgery. I could not do it, and I felt terrible. But I went to Jamie and said, Jamie, I'm sorry, buddy. He said, well, just kind of smooths around the truck.
Yeah, I think we both did that. I could do it, and I didn't want to do it, so I just
it was good.
did the same. That was a fun number.
It was a great show.
Yes, great show.
Okay, so what? Okay, you say there's been ups and downs, that kind of thing. What kind of challenges have there been that you've? Is there anything? I mean, you've been there a while, but has anything come up that you didn't expect, either positive or challenging? That
it's always there's if you're there long enough, there's always going to be, the economy is going to be up and down, and you never know whether. Is arts and entertainment the first thing to go, or is it the thing that people need the most in those times? So that's always something you're kind of keeping an eye on. The pandemic really blindsided everybody. You're hoping that that's not. There's not another one of those down the road, but you never know, and you never know what it's live entertainment. Anything can happen. So, those are things that we have to plan for, and we have to be ready for, but we have to be optimistic and plow ahead. The show must go on.
Okay, but stepping into this role, this has energized you, I can tell, right? Right.
Well, it's early. This is interject.
Yeah, I know. Well, actually, how long have you been in the position? It's only been less than 2 months, I think. Right?
August 1st. So opening night of Hot August Nights was my first first day. So yeah, timed out perfectly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was in August. Hot August Nights was interesting this year because Christina directed it. And how much was Jamie actually involved in the show?
I'm not familiar with this, Jamie.
Jamie, when we're off camera, I'm going to smack this guy for you.
So Jamie worked as a producer and did a lot of costuming and some of the behind the scenes work. Okay. Provide Christina with the support that she needed, and so he was involved in the back end, but not in the day to day, and that was kind of what he was hoping for out of this. And it sounds like he got re-energized, and he's got some good creative.
Well, we mentioned that he just kind of needed a break.
Sure.
But I'm going to tell you something about the performing arts. This guy who's a friend of mine, okay, who rents the house behind mine, he's a Jersey buddy. I've known this guy for more than 50 years. He's like a brother, okay? Matter of fact, at my father's funeral, he stood up and said, I was actually Mac's favorite son, which is probably true. But he's never been to live theater performances, okay? So we started bringing him to some at the Riverside Playhouse. The guy is hooked.
Great.
Okay, I mean, he's going. He came to see Holiday Spice with us, but then he immediately found a date to go to Holiday Spicer, which was sold out.
Oh wow!
But I talked to someone, managed to get him a couple seats, and he's great. And now it's like, what's the next show? What's the next show? See, and this is the thing: if you have not been to a live performance, I mean. Particularly theater, you don't know what you're missing. It's just, movies with special effects, they're all great. But live theater, when you're right there in the lap of people, and it's just, it's incredible. But hey, we'll talk with Alex Haley. Alex is a new executive director of the New American Performing Arts Center. We're going to take a quick break, come back, talk to him some more. So hey, street talk and other stuff, you stick around. You doing?
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Tour Moses Lake just a gas tank away. With its abundance of outdoor activities, Moses Lake is a great place to visit. From fishing and boating to exploring the city's attractions, there is no shortage of things to do. Whether you're enjoying any one of the variety of restaurants with the family or an adventure-filled day with friends, Moses Lake has something for everyone. Tour moseslake.com and start your adventure today.
School's back, but this is the kind of math we like. Over 100 slices of pepperoni, one giant Abby's pizza feeds up to 6 hungry people. That's A+ value, toppings to the edge. That's been the Abby's way since forever. Now go do your homework. When someone says, bring home the bacon, we know what they mean. They want Abby's legendary Bacon Cheddar Pizza, loaded with country bacon and packed with Canadian bacon. On sale now at abbys.com. This month, bring home the bacon at family-owned Abby's.
Whether you're building from the ground up or transforming your space with a custom remodel, One Way Construction is your trusted partner in creating a home that's uniquely yours. Your dream home is just a call away. Schedule your free consultation and let's build something amazing together.
Hey, we're back. Oh, I'm sorry. But my thing, connect me to the producer so I can hear him, keeps going in and out, so I was looking at it. But the thrills of live performances.
Showbiz.
Stuff just keeps coming. But okay, you've got Okay, we talked a little bit about this off air, but what? How do you get your shows, that kind of thing? What kind of season do you have coming up?
Well, we just kicked off our 25th anniversary season, so this is a big milestone for us.
25 years.
The fact we've been around for 25
Seems like
years.
Only yesterday.
Yeah.
Really.
So we opened in 2000, and we just kicked off our biggest season yet with Jake Shimabukuro and Brass Against last week. Great shows, great time. So the next season, the process starts right about now. So right when we're kicking off our current season, we're already starting to plan for the next season. So
okay. All right.
So it's a kind of a big process. I go down to a conference every year called the Western Arts Alliance.
Yeah. Tell us about that. I found that was interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it's like a trade show type of thing, right?
So we have you have presenters, you have agents, and you have artists and performers. They come together. There's thousands of people that come. And we have meetings with the agents. We talk with other presenters in our area. So we meet with Northwest presenters and talk about block booking and routing, which is when we can kind of link tours together. So we can get better rates when we do routing, and that's one of the things that's so unique about our theater.
Interesting.
We're right in the middle of the state. We don't compete with any other market. People can go to Seattle, they can come here, they can go to Spokane and play 3 different markets.
And you were kind of familiar with this process before you took over the main job, right?
Yeah, so this is what I've been doing since I came on board and learned under Matt Capman. And it's one of those you can't really go to school for. You kind of just learn on the job and learn from doing it, which works well for me. And so we go to this conference every year, and we come back with all this information about shows, and it starts with hundreds of possibilities. We could do 10 different seasons and go different ways. So you kind of start pulling on threads and looking at, what big, maybe big tentpole shows you want to have this year. We have Pink Martini with the symphony, and we have.
And then kind of, how do you make the decision? Is this something to do with the staff or the board, or?
Yeah, everyone kind of gets their eyes on it, but we start to look at, kind of the big picture, try and map out and see where the availability is for some of these shows. I start to look at, you want to have a balance of different shows. You don't want to have too much of one style of show.
One type,
So we try and, for our season at least, and the other theaters are different, we try and have as balanced of a season as we can. Some places are more of a dance-centric theater or a concert hall or something like that. But for Wenatchee, being that we don't have as many options, we try and bring something for everybody or as many people as we can. Right. So start to look at those, and then we whittle that down, and then eventually we invite the community in to kind of get their input with an event called Spring Fling, which will happen in this March. We put on a big event. It's kind of like a gala or fundraiser. We put all the shows and we unveil the season, and then people get to sponsor the shows, and they get a kind of sneak peek.
That's cool.
So that's kind of the final kind of.
Does that work well? Do people say, "Yeah, I really like this. I want to, give you my $25 to help sponsor the show"?
Absolutely, $25 at a time. It works. No, it was one of Matt Capman's early ideas, and it was a great way to bring the community into the picture.
Yeah, it is.
And
great idea.
Able to raise a lot of money to support the season, because we couldn't do these shows if we didn't have the support from sponsors.
Yeah, and it gives people
donors.
a feeling that, hey, I am personally involved in this. You know, I mean, this is something that I've got my thumb. This pie, my thumb is in it. That's good. So.
Yeah, so people get, build that initial excitement. People want to be involved with that show. They want their name on it. They want their business name, their family's name on it. That's a high honor for us that people are willing to do that and are that generous and supportive.
Yeah, and you do the same thing with the monthly movies.
Yeah, so we have all sorts of different levels and different entry points that people can kind of come in and get involved and feel part of what we're trying to create.
And I'm gonna
I think Mike's gonna sponsor
one. The sponsorship is $500.
Yeah,
okay,
so you get to pick the movie.
I would really like to see Ben-Hur on the big screen. So if somebody wants to go in with me on this, because I can't quite afford $500. It used to be $7, so I'm glad you brought it down.
Bring it down. We do it monthly installments. We can do whatever you want.
All right, we'll see. But hey, if somebody wants to join with me on this, just let me know. Ben-Hur on the big screen. Come on.
The way it was meant to be seen.
Yeah.
So that's a fun way. We do these monthly movies. We have one coming up this next week, The Emperor's New Groove. So this year we're doing all movies from the year 2000 since it's our 25th anniversary.
Okay, cool.
It's $3 to come to a movie. We have our concessions open, so you can get, you can get snacks, you can get a beer, wine, you can get anything you want.
And the $3 is an honor system because nobody ever checks.
Exactly.
We've always paid.
If you're going to sneak in with $3,
we have always paid.
Need it. Yeah. But it's a great way. We call some of those kind of friend raisers rather than a fundraiser. It's a way for people to come down and see this theater. And my favorite thing is always if somebody asks for the restroom, where the restroom is, that means it's their first time there.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how many people have never been to our theater before. And it's always great. And
they have to find the restroom.
Because if you've been there before, you know where the restroom is. But if you haven't been, you probably need some directions. So.
But we've been to a number of the monthly movies, and I remember when we came to Back to the Future.
Yeah.
The day you played it was the day that
Back to the Future day.
They supposedly went into the future. We all got up and shit.
Yeah, it's great.
And we're going, where are these, DeLoreans that run on garbage? How come we don't have those?
We're close. I think we're close.
So what's the season like?
So we have. It's a really big season, and we really hope that there's something for everybody there. So if you want to check it out, go to numericapac.org. It has our full season there. We have a lot of our own events that we call our presented events that we book and we bring on. But we also have a lot of rental clients that come in. We have a lot of local rental clients, the Symphony, Stage Kids. We sell tickets for other events like at Riverside Playhouse. So it's really kind of a hub for all the entertainment in the Wenatchee Valley.
And you've got, speaking of not one of your shows, but somebody that's renting, you've got a Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yes, we do.
And who is the other band that is covering in that show? Do you remember?
I don't remember in that one.
There is two, I think, but I can't remember. But Creedence,
but we got,
we'll be at that one.
Excellent. We have the Selena Experience. We have a tribute series. That's one of the new ideas we had this year. The tribute shows are always very popular, and typically we've done maybe one or two, and this year we decided to lean into it, and so we're doing 5 different shows called our tribute series. We have Selena Experience, we have Johnny Cash, we have the Boy Band Project, which is a boy band review. We have Forever Simon and Garfunkel, and then we have Wannabe, which is a Spice Girls tribute, which has a millennial discount instead of a senior discount. So if there's any millennials out there that are interested, you get a discount for both the Boy Band Project and Spice Girls Experience.
Now, in the boy band thing, will the Rolling Stones be represented? Because they're kind of a
I think that's their encore. You gotta see where it came from to be.
I know. Listen to this guy. I told him beforehand. If you don't know the answer to a question, just make something up or tell a lie. You can do that. Okay, so you're obviously enjoying this.
It's a great time. Yeah, I'm just very lucky to be able to do what I do in this community. I think there's very few people that get a say. They get to bring the arts and culture to our community, and it's something that I didn't plan on when I first came back here. But I feel very, very lucky that that this
opportunity came up.
Yes.
But you've been a performer yourself. You've not only done stand-up, like I know, we were in Hands on a Hard Body together. What other shows have you done?
I'm the kind of resident sleazy character in Hot August Nights. So Jamie always cast me as,
the sleazy
bartender or the sleazy car salesman or the sleazy club owner. I don't know what he's trying to say, but I always say yes, because those are the best characters to play, as you know.
Oh, yeah. The bad guys are the sleazy
They're the best ones. So I've done a few different Hot August Nights shows over the years. I've done some shows with MTW, done a lot of
what have you done with music theater?
It
must have been stuff while I was taking a hiatus.
Yeah, it was a while ago. I think it was it's called a show called Salem. It was an original show that Matt Cameron directed.
Okay, what was it?
It was called Salem.
Salem,
and it was about the Salem witch trials. It was a original musical written by two Eastmont students that were Matt Cameron's students. And so I did that one a long time ago. I've auditioned for stuff, but never got cast. So no.
Yes, I was recently rejected myself.
It's always good.
I'm still trying to get over it.
So yeah, it's I don't do it as often because it just, as you know, it takes it's a lot of time.
I know, it is time consuming. Yeah. I always refer to my wife as a theater widow when that comes up.
Yep.
But what would you like to see? Okay, I mean, you've got to have a vision for the place. There's a specific direction you want to go with the pack, or are there specific shows you want to start introducing? And is there anybody, are you sitting back and thinking, yeah, I'd really like to bring this guy or this person?
I don't know if there's a specific actor or artist. I think there's a lot. We've been lucky. There's a lot of boxes that we've checked over the last few years, especially coming back from COVID. We've had a lot of great support from the community and the city to be able to put on shows. So there's been a lot of acts that I've been able to kind of check off my list. So a lot of it is keeping the momentum going and getting to a spot where we're comfortable and sustainable. So this is one of our biggest seasons, and we're hoping that it attracts some new audiences. That's one of my goals.
And how do people get on your mailing list?
If you go to newamericapack.org, you can sign up for our email list, or we will, if you buy a ticket, we'll send you some updates. So.
Okay, well, Alex, thank you very much.
Thank you
Alex
very much.
Haley, Executive Director of the Performing Arts Center. I appreciate you tuning in today. I always love to have you, but hey, see you next week. Have a great day. Bye-bye.